in a cobweb, creeping me to spider. Deeper than a canyon, you're falling in the fire. Verses are burning, the smoke sends a signal. MCs will lurk in the distance, it's simple. We're turning to ashes, murder's a craft. Flashing a match at the lake of the gas. You're in a raft, it sparks up, I laugh. Caught out adrift like a fish to a bear. Seen by the cryptids, watch from the mountain. A man on a boat got consumed by a whale. Rappers are penguins, stiff with the movement. Together in groups like a fish in a school is. I'm a great white diamondback snake bite. Venom often sending, you'll be sent up in a life flight. Rhymes will hang glide up above like buzzards. Kinda like the Indians' last stand of custard. I bust in like dust, kicking up from the storm. The forest at night holds a beast that has horns. Creep until dawn, I'll be seen on the ridges. Hard to detect from the ground to down timber. Busting like dust, kicking up from the storm. The forest at night holds a beast that has horns. Creep until dawn, I'll be seen on the ridges. Hard to detect from the ground to down timber. Walking like I'm Bigfoot, catch me on a trail cam. Paranormal picture posted up like a mailman. Write my rhymes an octopus ink with the quill of a porcupine. Living in the still of night, kinda like a dresser. I'm next to your bed with a specter. Fruit in the garden, the price of the nectar. Hummingbird hover, the night sight cover. Midnight runner, taking laps around your carcass. Won't be running out of breath, lyrics stay in shape. Opening up a bottle, feeling spirits like a psychic medium. Arisen up like helium, balloons to the moon. Like a lunar type of voyage. You don't wanna go into the woods at dark. Treacherous terrain, cougars and wolves. Listen as I'm laying down tracks in the mud. You can follow, it's Hex Rhyme coming out from the woods. Busting like dust, kicking up from the storm. The forest at night holds a beast that has horns. Creep until dawn, I'll be seen on the ridges. Hard to detect from the ground to down timber. Busting like dust, kicking up from the storm. The forest at night holds a beast that has horns. Creep until dawn, I'll be seen on the ridges. Hard to detect from the ground to down timber.
What will actually happen to the universe in the end? At the moment, heat death seems the most likely.
If you want it, come and get it. Raps I pack are sick and scary in the midst of chaos. Kinda like a missionary, premonition visionary. You'll be carried disembodied. Other rappers sound like shit, I flush them down the toilet. You'll be in the septic, better dead infected. Check it and I wreck it on the mic without collision. Leave them left in pieces, you'll be like a paraplegic. It's the day of doom, I'm bringing it by the legions. Lyrics swarming in like they're termites infested, detected. You'll be paying a toll, it's like a turnpike. Passing, leaving MCs dead. See me with a demon head, you'll be bleeding red like bitches having PMS. Calling EMS, go and give them CPR. It's H.E.X, I'm on record like it's a DVR. Kinda like a block of pubs, I got a lot of bars. Keeping the pot in jars, picking the bud, I'm blazing hard. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's spreading with the wind. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's when the fire's set. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's spreading with the wind. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's when the fire's set. Like a wildfire, kinda like you're walking on a landmine. See me bringing sparks like a live wire. In the dark you'll aspire. Rhymes I got are toxic, really though your arsenal is harmless. Like a mannequin, you'll be lifeless. Lost like a product left inside the wrong department. You'll be departed in the darkness. Rhymes I got are coroners, they'll be coming in to scoop your carcass. Shoot you like a cartridge, it goes right through your cartilage. Yeah, I'd fuck Aldrina Partridge. You're the Goldilocks trying to eat the porridge. I'm the bear that's coming home, I'll make you to a morsel. Rappers full of rigor mortis, stiffer than a board is. Running out of time like late appointments. And the fire spreading, wild flames rise. You can smell the cinders, see the smoke in the sky. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's spreading with the wind. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's when the fire's set. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire, it's spreading with the wind. Wildfire, trees blaze, leaves burn. Wildfire. lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. Better watch your step. Ground you're treacherous, walking on a bear trap. Hard pull, steel jaws of death. Caught around your ankle, pain and range of agony. Mechanism won't release, darkness starts to fall. Imprisoned in a forest, hearing noises. Creatures in the night that live a nocturnal life habit. They can smell the scent of blood as you find yourself being left surrounded by a pack of hungry wolves. It's a matter of time, a game of waiting. Kinda like they like to fuck with your head before they kill ya. Soon the first makes a move, takes a bite, as the others follow in, screaming, eating you alive. Nothing left but a few bones with chew marks, looking like an accident, someone walking in the wrong place, leaving trails of blood on the track. Horrors of the forest screams will echo through the trees. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. Rhymes left his bait, try to bite, hear a snap sound. Track down a rapper, leave him trapped in the background. People like to steal cause they can't work for shit. Kinda like inventions, the lyrics come with patents. I'll be up on the mountain, writing rhymes in a blizzard. Even MCs trapped inside a winter. Waking listeners up out of hibernation. A tunnel in a cavern led into my basement. It's haunted by the spirits of the victims, trying to make me feel guilty cause I killed them. I tell them shut the fuck up cause I'm recording, but they keep it up. You can hear them in the back acting up, acting tough. Grab a blunt, have a puff. They don't like the smoke for whatever reason, but I keep it chiefin'. Like an NFL player drafted on by Kansas City, playing in it with them every season. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. Kinda like a drum getting snared. Raps in the woods like the traps of a bear. MCs get caught in the bush by the foot, you ain't trapping. I'm in a cabin puffin' kush. Lifted up the spitted skin, it won't be bearing fur. Kinda like a Leatherface, I'll be looking like you from afar. In a blur, rappers ain't permitted, leaving them trapped inside a verse. H.E.X, leave them cursed, kinda like I'm casting bad luck. Leave them down and out, I keep them like around and impale them. Walking at a crossroad, thoughts all been lost in the dark. Like a moth at a fire, 1600s. Back in Salem, witches burning at the stake, persecuted cause they don't wanna follow the religion. Superstition, 13's the number. Death in every step, it's like a minefield. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. You'll be lost in the woods, caught up in a bear trap. It got you by the foot. It got you, bear trap. Caught up in a bear trap. Lost in the woods.
Smokey Bear. He taught me everything I know about preventing wildfires.
Hi, kids. What seems to be the problem here, Ash?
Are you Smokey Bear?
I sure am, Gabe. And it looks like you need to cool down.
In the woods, the trees are lit, the trails that take me to the peak. I'm looking out about around the view and all in between. And smoke it rises to the sky. We'll be on this mountain high, making our way down to the lake and blazing on a sunny day. When the sun sets, shift into the darkness. Build a fire with sticks and twigs that started like an arson in it. Roasting meat like a camper, cooking wieners, man. Kinda like a trapper, I'm hunting for the beaver down. Send a signal in the sky, chilling by the waterside. Only you can prevent forest fires, be aware. You can call me Smokey Bear, I ain't down with Yogi Bear. Picking a shovel, digging a pit, the fire is lit up over there. Smoking it like a solar flare, sitting in an open chair. Guard the forest like a ranger, anywhere and everywhere. You can call me Smokey Bear, bowls are full of golden grams. It's the breakfast of champions, I'm out of hibernation. Like a camping top, ignited like a flare. Burning up the trees, never caught up in a snare. Lighted up and lit it, blowing smoke in the air. At the forest fire, you can call me Smokey Bear. Set it like a camping top, ignited like a flare. Burning up the trees, never caught up in a snare. Lighted up and lit it, blowing smoke in the air. At the forest fire, you can call me Smokey Bear. Smoky token, hold it in and blow it in the air. Fires in the forest full of trees, at it like I'm Smokey Bear. Only you smoke a few, token two, looking at an open view. Going through the trails, feeling stoned I do. But I make sure that I put the fires out. The deadliest animals inside the forest are the humans. When injected campsite, higher than a bike ramp. Smoking on some kush and it got me good, chilling in the woods. Pack a bowl, it's kinda like a campfire. Gather round and hit it, pass it like a peace pipe. Signing treaties, heat it up, get lifted like a teepee. I'll be chiefing big trees, you can check the grow ring. Smoky like the bear, point at you, double jointed blazing too. See me in the smoke, I'm in the midst of it. I'm coming out the trees, lifted up a couple thousand feet. Weed I got is burning, only way to stop is smoke it out. Set it like a camping time, ignite it like a flare. Burning up the trees, never caught up in a snare. Light it up and lit it, blowing smoke in the air. At the forest fire, you can call me Smokey Bear. Set it like a camping time, ignite it like a flare. Burning up the trees, never caught up in a snare. Light it up and lit it, blowing smoke in the air. At the forest fire, you can call me Smokey Bear.
Be sure you're never responsible for this terrible destruction. So remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
50 square miles has destroyed at least 18 buildings since Friday, and now it threatens about 1,500 homes.
Morbid factories, you're in an avalanche of corpses. Raining blood above, drowning in a flood of vomit. Trees I got, I light them on fire like a comet. Hit it like a hammer, put a nail up in your coffin. Mr. Yuck sticker, shit I spit it toxic. Flowing stronger than a river, MCs are puddles. Taking out the litter like a highway adopted. Earthquake the dirt, you'll be left inside a rubble. Buried alive, but soon to die. A monsoon combined with a typhoon, my rhymes. Lyrical pyramids align, take a step inside. A tomb of gold, I sleep inside a sarcophagus. Ride a giant bat in the night like an ostrich. Lit it like a lantern, hit it up the human torch. In another session, every day is different. Living isn't always easy, nature takes its course. Life into death, as the living turn decay. Courses of nature, a cycle, it's like the moon. Phases, waxing and waning like day to the dusk. None of us will ever live forever. Lost inside the darkness, everything is changing in these courses of nature. High tide to low, plains to the ranges. The course of nature, life into death as the living turn decay. Courses of nature, a cycle, it's like the moon phases. Waxing and waning like day to the dusk. None of us will ever live forever. Lost inside the darkness, everything is changing in these courses of nature. High tide to low, plains to the ranges. The course of nature. Nature takes its course like a food chain, a moth at a window. Summer turns to cold winter days. Seasons examples, I walk along a dark wooded region. The night stalker died off in prison. Walk on water, strider, water skipper, skin feet. Taking a look into the creek, a universe to minnows. Venomous black widow, see a shiny red hourglass shape, you'll get left inside a web. Skinwalker, deer antler, wolf head, a bear claw. Fear factor phantom, not an actor, moving through the wall and disappear on the lawn. Listening in the night, you're hearing noises, feeling weird. Forgotten path as you went into the clear. Abducted by a man with a face like a dog and a beard. Said he was from another planet, returned back to earth. What was lakes now are deserts. Life into death as the living turn decay. Courses of nature, a cycle, it's like the moon phases. Waxing and waning like day to the dusk. None of us will ever live forever. Lost inside the darkness, everything is changing in these courses of nature. High tide to low, plains to the ranges. The course of nature. On a course of nature, corpses in the garden. Fertilize the dirt, get it ready for the harvest. first frost to the first day of autumn. Trees I got are greener than the summer, keep me weeded like that garden. Aging is living, you no longer grow in your dead cell structure. Walk along a DNA pattern, ancestor artifact, forecasted lines, book of rhymes like an almanac. Life into death as the living turn decay. Courses of nature, a cycle, it's like the moon phases, waxing and waning like day to the dusk. None of us will ever, never, ever. Lost inside the darkness, everything is changing in these courses of nature. High tide to low, plains to the ranges, the course of nature.
Come into the hollow. You'll never see tomorrow. Hex Rhyme Killa. Hex Rhyme Killa.
Trying to trace forensics, following a blood trail deep into the hollow. Microphone used as a murder weapon. The beat's an accomplice, I drop shit, it's toxic. Walking in the darkness, leaving deadly footprints. Spirits in the attic, you can hear the footsteps. Drag them in the basement, wrapped up in plastic. Lyrics left their victims, turn the ghost into static. Kill a wide rhyme, kill madman, haunted in a forest. The last resting place till the chorus. Verses get murdered and served up in sound, kinda like a funeral director, it's morbid. Unfortunate words will turn into corpses. Drop it like a casket lowered in the ground. Book of rhymes, obituary studio, it's kinda like a cemetery. See me be the keeper by the gate. In the woods a body rots slow, chewed apart by scavengers, it hurts like a dagger in the soul. Rhymes are falling in a dirt hole, kinda like a coffin. I close it and open up the lid, flowing like it's blood. Rappers are just embalming fluid, dead walking zombies. Lyrics left will leave a stain. Road I'm wearing gloves in the dark, looking out a window, watching as it rains. In a state of decay, you can check electric running through the line. Check electric, it's phantoms in the static. Caterpillar metamorphosized to a moth, kinda like the ring, something coming out of well. Hell that I smell shit, web of arachnid, rafted in the rapids, a waterfall way too. Blood stains the rug when it leaks out the speakers. Feature of a creature, rhymes left in pieces. Rhymes left in pieces. Rhymes like the victims, beats like a burial. H.E.X, it's Hex, the rhyme killer. Lyric kills, trails of blood in the woods. Never seen again, you get lost in the hollow. Pens bleed the ink, seeing the devil like the den. Back in the track, having an attack, that'll be it for all of them. Haunted in the forest, a phantom chorus. Forces of darkness, show no remorse. Sickness depicted, the wickedness in system detected. Dissected the wounds of infection. Sense of direction, keeping it in connection. Something jumping out, scare you, least expect it. Turning in a grave, burning urban lurking. When I leave the rhymes in a coffin. Curse versus digital, 1134 Productions. Mr. Yuck Toxic, pick it up and drop it. Mic, it's like a shovel. Rhymes will rot, leave an odor. Spit it deadly, venom like a cobra. Burst to disperse, stick a pen inside a bubble. Pen under the pillow, armored like an armadillo. Seeping, you'll be left weeping like a willow. Beat rhymes to death, Pied Piper, rats haunted in the hollow. Lyric apparitions, midnight strikes, rhymes paying you a visit. No fee intended, the price of admission is that of your life. Take a knife and a ticket. In the hollow, graves are shallow. Walking in the nighttime, lost, trying to make it to tomorrow. Pass off and lead, crossed by death. Life is like a curse, and the only way to break it when you're dead. Black magic, automatic, rapping panoramic. Taking into the forest, the dark trails are red. Like the tail of a hawk, as I stalk in the night like an owl. Cause the beats a mouse, swooping down. Birds of prey, non-religious. Visions of a man down a dark road he walks. And it feels like I'm out of luck, try to beat the odds. You'll be feeling strange, taking losses. Life is constant, it moves on without you. I've been down through, walking in the tunnels lit by torches. Writing rhymes in a catacomb, bones everywhere, laying looking at a skull. As the ink spills, leaving stains on pages. Darkness spreads like wildfire, nocturnal blazes. Fires in the night burn, witches by cauldron serving you dessert. Spells often crafted, the hell turns to ashes. The smell of death is rancid, tell it to the phantoms when they visit, unannounced in appearance. Listening to this shit and you'll be summoning up the spirits.
As the fire surged toward a string of small communities late Sunday, crews dropped retardant and water from above while firefighters on the ground set up to protect people's homes.
Lit it up and blazing, savor up the taste of victory. Rappers face defeat, I got a leg up like a centipede. Enter in the center, we get sent into the factory. Set it in the mic and spit it sicker than it's leprosy. Top of line the pedigree, I'm hot and on, I better be. Chemistry is deadly, don't be messing with this alchemy. Raps attack them in the crowd, listen to the holla beats. Rhymes will travel intermittent over top the sound of beats. I've been in it down and coming out the ground that's deep. Take a token, let it smoke and blow a cloud of weed. You'll be out at sea, lost and never found or seen. I'm at the pinnacle, I'm steeper than a mountain peak. Keeping it creeping like I'm Halloween. Leaving with a mask on and a bag kinda like it's trick or treat. Seeping in like a gas steam, ghastly. Smoking a blunt, I wrote it, spilled in ink and leaving pages full of misery. Lost off in circles, trails often lead to ends of dead to set the sun and let the night to settle in. Knocking at the door, 2 a.m., let the devil in. 7 deadly sins, who it is, H.E.X. Lost off in circles, trails often lead to ends of dead to set the sun and let the night to settle in. Knocking at the door, 2 a.m., let the devil in. 7 deadly sins, who it is, H.E.X. You can follow trails of blood, lead to where I put it down. Sky's on fire up above, ashes falling to the ground. And it's nowhere you can run, you'll be trapped up in the sound. Smoke will blacken out the sun, it's no way to backtrack now.
So we have very extreme fire behavior. I recognize for some of our citizens, they've seen fires before, but these are not normal times.
Titanic bison striking mics like it's lightning. Rhyme Viking mixed with the lichen, I'm uninviting. Paranormal image, take a picture of the sighting. Spreading like a virus, better yet a wildfire, keep it blazing. Appearing out the smoke, I'm quite frightening. You wouldn't pass a polygraph, you're a fucking liar. Jumping like a frog, you're just a pollywog. I hit you like a Molotov, laughing, waving as I'm saying get up like a time bomb. Spit it like a llama does, I'm venomous. Other rappers sound like shit, yeah they come a dime a dozen. Tend to bring connections, cybernetic blazing breakfast. H.E.X, it's Hex, 1134 Productions. You'll get sent into the nexus. See me right, I'm tight, I like to light it, getting blunted. Blowing out a cloud through the speakers in the form of decibels, lyricals seeping through the regions. Lost off in circles, trails often lead to ends of dead to set the sun and let the night to settle in. Knocking at the door, 2 a.m., let the devil in. 7 deadly sins, who it is, H.E.X. Lost off in circles, trails often lead to ends of dead to set the sun and let the night to settle in. Knocking at the door, 2 a.m., let the devil in. 7 deadly sins, who it is, H.E.X. You can follow trails of blood, lead to where I put it down. Sky's on fire up above, ashes falling to the ground. And it's nowhere you can run, you'll be trapped up in the sound. Smoke will blacken out the sun, it's no way to backtrack now. No way. No way to backtrack. No way. This is how it's going.
Investigators discovered a man's body in this burned-out car. His death remains under investigation, but firefighters say it's a reminder that homeowners need to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice.
Unfortunately, we lost 1 life. Our priorities as firefighters is we never want to lose lives. We feel that that's preventable. When the law enforcement say evacuate, that means evacuate.
But Cliff Locke says he stayed to protect his home.
I have not been in anything this close before.
It was that close?
Yeah.
Why did you stay, Cliff?
Well, you know, you work so hard on a piece of property, but I knew I could get out. I knew I could get out when I needed to.
Right now, there are just 1,500 homes, or well over 1,500 homes that are still under evacuation orders right now. The owners try to defend their land, defend their business with water hoses. The fire took that place on, ripped right through it, tore down a bunch of the sedge, and kept on going. Just shows you how destructive this fire can be and will be. Charlie?
Thanks for that very, very scary picture.
It looks like something out of a Hollywood movie. It's
Strong wind gusts and nearly triple-digit temperatures propelled the flames through canyons parched from years of drought.
That fire came through like a freight train.
Look around as the fires keep burning, sending signals in the sky, taking form of faces, ashes, burnt trees as traces in the wilderness set ablaze. In a cloud of smoke, look around as the fires keep burning, sending signals in the sky, taking form of faces, ashes, burnt trees as traces in the wilderness set ablaze. Ducking from the smoke, keeping low to ground, the air feels as heavy, hot and sweaty opposite of cold. Trailblaze, walk along the paths made of fire, lakes full of ashes, the fish start to float. Leaves sizzle, singe till it's nothing but a bare limb. Travel to the trunk and the bark's often steaming. Creatures try to flee, but never make it, trapped in a maze of a deadly inferno and going in a blaze. You can see them in the cinders, kinda like a plague as it's headed through the timber. Feathers of the birds will smolder, take a breath and you'll be choking. Up the mountain going over, seeing it spreading quickly. Breathe it in and feel your chest tight, headlight blacking out the sun to make the data look like dead at night. Uncontainable, only way to let it burn itself out. 1,134 acres.
Basically all of the vegetation around us is extremely dry, drought-stricken for the last 5 years. What that means is that as the fire and the flames start to hit this vegetation, it goes up in a matter of seconds.
In a cloud of smoke, look around as the fires keep burning, sending signals in the sky, taking form of faces, ashes, burnt trees as traces in the wilderness set ablaze. In a cloud of smoke, look around as the fires keep burning, sending signals in the sky, taking form of faces, ashes, burnt trees as traces in the wilderness set ablaze. In it I'm surrounded, stranded, standing at the top of a mountain. The fire rises from the bottom, running out of space, stuck in walls from the flames. In the forest set ablaze, only spreading faster. Spirits native to the land, hear them in the background chant. Space between dimensions is the thinnest, but the smoke is getting thicker. See an image of an eagle like an angel, elevated up above the combustion. In the darkness it sparks, ground's like the flesh and the river's like the blood. This is it for me though, cause I didn't make it out. Reaching to the sky as the flames will blaze and take me out. And it burned for weeks, till it's nothing left but scorched earth, corpses, ash and dead trees. And it burned for weeks, till it's nothing left but scorched earth, corpses, ash and dead trees.
And if you add wind gusts to that, what you see behind me is what happens. Basically, this goes up extremely fast. The hot spots are extremely hot, making it difficult for fire crews to put this thing out. And with temperatures expected to hit close to 100 degrees today, this is a very hazardous situation for the crews.